World Sports Action presents the official Football League video. The Manchester City story, 1989-90. Manchester City, back at the top, where they belong. Manager Mel Machin isn't content to stick with his promotion-winning side. Changes have to be made. Along with a double transfer of Ian Scott and Wayne Biggins to Stoke, out goes last season's top scorer, Paul Molden, to Bournemouth for £300,000. Who's going to replace him? It's Clive Allen, one of the game's great goal-scoring talents, brought to Maine Road from the French club Bordeaux for £1 million fee. And City strengthen other areas too. Ian Bishop, an exciting midfield talent, £750,000 from Bournemouth. Cheap at the price, he oozes class, says Mel Machin. In defence, the Northern Ireland international Gary Fleming comes from Nottingham Forest. And what a debut in store for the new faces. City return to the First Division on a glorious day at Anfield.
Barnes has made the run. Ian Rush with a chance. Great save by Dibble. Well, you just can't afford to allow Barnes that kind of room. Venison. Beardsley. Oh, that was beautiful. Terrific stuff. Handball, yes. Penalty to Liverpool. Now, was the handball intentional? Brian Gale, number 5, the man to watch. And the referee said that was intentional. John Barnes, who scored a penalty for Liverpool in one of their pre-season games at Wembley, takes over the responsibilities in the absence of John Aldridge. And Dibble can't prevent him giving Liverpool the lead in 7 minutes. As cool as you like. He gets the right way, he just couldn't get there. City suddenly looking a lot more confident. Here's Bishop just outside the penalty area. Well, a tussle with McMahon. The decision goes Manchester City's way. McMahon came off the worst. Morley puts his shooting boots on now. Although Hinchcliffe is the most likely candidate at the free kick. His shot took a deflection. And just the break that Manchester City needed. And the Hinchcliffe shot took a wicked deflection off the Liverpool wall. But they don't care. City are level. Robillard had no chance. It hit John Barnes in the wall, cannoned off Venison, and beat the Liverpool keeper. Nickel. Certainly Liverpool have been the better side in the second half. Beers is in there. Superb stop by Dibble from his own player, Steve Redmond. But Beardsley reacted well, and the smiles are on the faces of Liverpool fans again. Nothing Dibble could do. Poor Steve Redmond, he had to try and cut the cross out. Dibble did exceptionally well to keep out his attempted clearance, but Beardsley was in. Burrows. Barnes. Burrows space for the cross, Rush is there! Broke off Gale, Rush by Gale, did it cross the line? No. Barnes. He's got past late this time. Goal kick. Well, Ian Rush so disappointed and so close. But Brian Gale just got away with it. Gale's touch was the problem here. Rush with the header, and Gale just off the line. Nickel, Rush. Playing stoppage time now. And it's still Liverpool coming forward. Beardsley, Barnes in acres of space to his left. Nickel's available in the middle. He's broken legs challenge. He's rounded the keeper. Nickel! And there's no doubt about it now. And no doubt about the hero of the moment, Nickel's goal. But Barnes, brilliant as ever. He had half the pitch to run into, but he made the most of it. Strong enough to get past Lake, skillful enough to get past the goalkeeper, and cool enough to pull it back for Nickel.
A brave effort, but an unsuccessful start. Now, First Division football returns to Maine Road, with Southampton and Spurs. First of all, it's the Saints.
Letizier, lovely skills again, and City will have to get to grips with him. Rod Wallace, and here's his brother Danny, lovely finish. A Wallace 1-2, and City go behind. Gleghorn got up, they all missed it, and Nigel Gleghorn scored. Letizier again. Working space for the cross. Leghorn, Gale in terrible trouble. Wallace! You can't give Danny Wallace that sort of room.
Well played, Morley. White. Panic blocks again. Again, they've summoned Hinchcliffe. 29 minutes gone. A Manchester City corner. Brian Gale, very useful in the air at set plays. It's a very deep one, and has it gone across the line from David White? It has. So the Hinchcliffe corner does the trick again, just as it did against Southampton here. He drives it deep beyond the far post, and David White's header went in off some Tottenham bodies. But he was unmarked, and Manchester City lead. Lake. On Manchester City's way. It might have been a corner, but instead it's a free kick. Bishop! Oh, how unlucky, this is Lake! Ian Bishop, the buy from Bournemouth. Paul Lake hit the rebound wide. But Tottenham weren't concentrating at the short free kick, and a wonderful try by Bishop really deserved a better fate. Lineker pulling left. Howells is behind him. And perhaps not confident enough of taking over, but Fenwick got it to Gascoigne, and Tottenham are level. Minutes to go before half-time, and it all seemed to be going wrong with Lineker and Howells getting in each other's way down on the left-hand side, but the ball broke for Fenwick, and that was a through pass that Gascoigne himself would have been proud of. He was on the end of it this time. Cooper was beaten, and it's Manchester City 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1.
David White's goal means City's first home point. Still very early days. There are matches to come at Coventry, Queen's Park Rangers at home, and then a difficult one at Plough Lane against Wimbledon. Let's go to Highfield Road first.
It's a testing corner, a White with a Grizovic in the back of his net. And Andy Hinchcliffe almost catching the goalkeeper out. White couldn't turn it in. Well, I'm sure Coventry will have worked and expected these corners to come in from Hinchcliffe, but they still can't stop them. Grizovic is furious with himself. Well, the first one unsettled the defenders, and this one now with 19 minutes gone, and David White makes no mistake with his second chance. Bishop. It's a nice field to Manchester City's football at the moment. Allen against Kilcline. Deflected, and beyond the dive of Grizovic, but wide of the post. Kilcline. Bannister going for it, and she's wondering whether they might have got a free kick then. They press on though. Bannister! Well kept out by Cooper. As Burrows switched it back. Hit on the turn well by Bannister. Kilcline. Emerson letting it run. Regis got there first. Taken on by Mickey Ginn. He's gone all the way. Manchester City have cracked. 10 minutes into the second half. Hinchcliffe. It's an interesting ball, and Allen will keep it in play. He's assessed what's on in the centre, and this is Brightwell. Oh, and redeemed at the last by Grizovic. It was a clever clip back by Clive Allen. Kilcline actually might have been fouled. Brightwell got to it, and the Grizovic did for Coventry just in time. Emerson. Regis. Speedy going for it. David Smith has a sight of goal, and Coventry in the dying seconds have snatched it.
City working their way out of trouble. Redmond again. Oh, he's overrun that though. No matter. Allen might get on the end of this. Here he is! The master craftsman, Clive Allen.
Ten minutes to go to half-time. Here's Wise. Fashanu! One from the John Fashanu manual.
Yes, Fash bashing City, and they're still at the wrong end of the table. Just one win in 6 league games, in fact. Now, the Littlewoods Cup, and Brentford repeat last season's FA Cup shock with a first leg victory at Griffin Park. But City's class shows in the second. They win 4-1 at Maine Road, and that's 5-3 on aggregate. Back to the league, and the moment all the fans have been waiting for. The local derby against Manchester United, a game to relish for every City fan.
Bishop. Oldfield stretching his legs. Got some pace, this lad. That's a great ball for David White. Morley calling for it, and should have had it. White went for glory. Well, David White will no doubt be getting an earful from Trevor Morley, because the striker there in the middle of the pitch was much better placed. Good jump by Anderson. A clear to Ince, who's been quiet so far. Right well. Morley was fouled off the ball by Beachmore. Referees are going to have eyes in the back of the head on Derby Day. That's a great ball from Hinchcliffe. Here's David White again. Palace from full stretch, missed it. Oldfield, 1-0. City in front. And David Oldfield, whose last-minute goal at Brentford in the week was so valuable, has scored an even more important one now. Gary Pallister should have cut it out. His long leg couldn't reach it, and Oldfield took advantage. United was stretched. White's ball was a dangerous one, but Pallister was wrong-footed. He just couldn't reach it, and David Oldfield will be delighted with that finish. David White. Cut out by Ince. Donaghy in trouble. Great chance from Morley. Super save by Leighton. Late maybe. United all over the place. Morley! It's 2-0. 2 goals in as many minutes. Trevor Morley's first goal since the one that clinched promotion at Bradford. And Manchester United have only themselves to blame. Lake's ball embarrassed them. Look how bravely Morley went in. They were always the 6s and 7s. Leighton couldn't reach it. Morley could. It's his first of the season. Towards Gale that time, Pallister did well. Hinchcliffe, Brightwell arriving, Pallister in the way once more. Here they come again though. David White, way by Duxbury. Anywhere will do at the moment. Ince and Hughes trying to restore some order. Brian McLean. Phelan, Beardsmore and Wallace are up. Here's Phelan, just couldn't take it in his stride, and Fleming got across. There'll be a corner though. Mike Phelan just wasn't able to keep up the momentum of the move there. He could have just gathered that in his stride, he might have gone on into the box. Russell Beardsmore with the corner. Anderson is forward, as is Pallister. Pallister waiting, got a flick on McClare, surely. Anderson kicked off the line. Didn't cross the line. Gary Fleming got it away. Beardsmore. Offside appeals, heeded. And City have got away with it. Well, that was a miraculous escape. Viv Anderson denied by the goal line clearance this time of the other City fullback, number 2 there, Gary Fleming. Cooper was brave. Anderson was in, and Fleming hooked it away, didn't cross the line. Wallace, pugnacious little character. But Fleming has stuck to the task there pretty well this afternoon. Here's McClare. Gale. Pallister. Duxbury. United have certainly fought back. Redmond in the way, not playing anything like as well as Alex Ferguson would want them to be. Oldfield, oh, Bishop, 3-0. Ian Bishop's first goal for Manchester City may have won the derby for them already. What a dream. And United were caught short at the back again. Pallister caught in possession. Oldfield's cross. And Bishop, who wouldn't rank heading amongst his greatest strengths, scores at beauty. I think there may even have been a deflection as Oldfield's cross came in here. Maybe just cleared Paul Ince, but look at Bishop. Brightwell. He's had a terrific match. Morley couldn't quite gather it. Gary Pallister doing well there. Now what can he set up? Wallace. Mark Hughes. McClare. Couldn't hold off Brian Gale. Foul given. United free kick. Always seems to have that fixed stare of the warrior. Brian McClare, he looks more fearsome than ever with the headband. It's Paul Ince. And Cooper had it covered. Well, he bent it, but not enough. And Paul Cooper was always there. Hughes. Beardsmore. Mischievous little player. Trying to pick his moment to get the cross in. Now he's wrong-footed Hinchcliffe. Hughes with the bicycle kick. It's there. Open last for Manchester United. And yet another brilliant goal by Mark Hughes. He doesn't score tap-ins, does he? Every time this man strikes, it's a goal to remember. 5 minutes into the second half, and is this the start of a Manchester United comeback? Beardsmore it was who unlocked the door, and look at that from Hughes. It was an exhilarating goal. Look at the athleticism here from Mark Hughes. Oh, that's a great goal. Manchester United starting to win some tackles. Danny Wallace. Broke off Redmond. Beardsmore's in. He's got McClare in. Oceans of space to his right. Anderson's getting up in support. Here's Viv Anderson. 3 in the box. Hughes is there. And Hughes is just over. Corner kick given. It was Brian Gale's header that turned it over the top. He just beat Hughes to it. Anderson joining in from the back, and an important interception by Brian Gale. Mike Duxbury. McClare. Danny Wallace. Got past wide, went past Fleming as if he wasn't there. Wallace, good save by Paul Cooper. What a run by Wallace. He's naturally right-footed. He prefers to play on the left because he loves to cut in like that. And once he's on course, he's difficult to stop. It was just a moment as when he would shoot, and Cooper had a good view of it. Paul Lake going forward, got a lucky bounce. Great chance for 4. Leighton did well. Lake, forward. City have their 3-goal lead back. And the Manchester United comeback is halted. David Ofu, his second, set up by Paul Lake, who got a rather lucky bounce there, but made the most of it. There were appeals for handball against Lake, and United might be angry about that. Lake did really well. Lake kept his head, and Ofu, the simplest of goals. Jim Leighton bravely out, but Lake stayed on his feet, and that was the key. And I could have scored that. Sharp challenge by Gale. Bishop to Morley. Bishop again. Great ball for David White from Ian Bishop. Early cross, chance at the far post. That's just marvellous stuff. It's a dream day for Manchester City. And that's a goal as good as Jim Leighton has ever seen or been beaten by. Andy Hinchcliffe finished it on. The build-up though was magnificent. What a cross by White. And where did Hinchcliffe come from? He's the left back, remember? Bang. pass by Bishop in the first place. Now David White could have controlled this and taken his time and had a look at the fullback, but he didn't. And United were caught off balance because he hit it in early. Hinchcliffe, 5-1.
United off balance, well and truly flattened in fact. A magical day for City, lifts them above United on goal difference, and look at the big clubs in trouble. Villa, Forest, Spurs and Sheffield Wednesday. A move in the transfer market, Nigel Gleghorn goes to Birmingham for £175,000. More action coming up now. It's Luton Town at home, then the champions Arsenal away, and a home match against the Villa. First Luton at Maine Road.
Well, this is how Manchester City love to see David White marauding down the right, and it's produced a goal. David Oldfield against his old club. That's a penalty. Roger Milford waves away the protests. So up steps Roy Wegerle against the saving specialist Cooper, who's done the trick again. He out-psyched Wegerle. Black. Luton are level this time. Right. Ian Bishop got it beyond the far post, right on half-time. There's no offside, and White, if he plays it right here, will set up yet another goal for City. He has done. Ian Brightwell, 3-1.
Marwood with the corner. Dixon. Groves! Beautifully done. Perry Groves, the goal scorer. Thomas. Oh, so easy. And on he goes. Smith. And Thomas is in again. This will be a great goal if he can finish it. Thomas! Brilliant. Thomas. Groves is calling for it. There he is! His second. Arsenal's third. Groves. Winterburn's gone on. That's inviting. Merson accepts the invitation. 4-0 Arsenal.
Olney maybe glanced it, but Platt anticipated it with typical intelligence. Gray. Gage up in support from left back. And a goal! It's Daly! And Tony Daly, who would love to play at Manchester City every week. He's scored now in 3 games in a row here for Aston Villa. We've not had 5 minutes, and Aston Villa have a goal to celebrate. Kevin Gage did very well indeed. White. Manchester City still looking for the final ball from that build-up on the right-hand side. That's such an essential part of the way they play the game. Oldfield. White in again. It's an excellent ball. Oh, Allen! And it's Lake. And then it's Spink. My goodness. By Clive Allen's high standards, that was a straightforward opportunity. But he tucked it against the inside of the post. Lake with a difficult ball to hit the second time. Forced the goalkeeper into the save, but White making an impact now. Mountfield. Oh, and it's in. Ian Olney. City 0, Villa 2.
And City still battling to find their first division feat. It's cup time once again, the third round of the Littlewoods Cup, and Norwich at home.
White got up. The second goal now would take some pressure off. Well, that's not a good clearance. Bishop! He's got it! 2-0 for City. Allen's in. He must score. Well, he will now. Clive Allen makes it 3. They're onside. City stop for a minute. Rosario's away. Fleck calling for it. There he is. Some consolation.
City going well in the Littlewoods, and now matches against the two clubs who came up with City last season, Chelsea and Crystal Palace, and then it's a trip to Derby County. Let's begin at Stamford Bridge and one of City's goals of the season.
Redmond away. Hazard. And Dixon this time. Having hit the post, this time it ends up in the back of the net, and Chelsea have forced their way into the lead. It's been a terrific opening 10 minutes to the second half. Crowned now by the first goal of the game, and Kerry Dixon beats Dibble to it. The goalkeeper off his line, but the ball rather died, and Dibble couldn't get there. Dixon did. Allen. Clive Allen! That is the measure of the man. In the final minute, he's missed chances throughout the afternoon, but now he's collected an astonishing equaliser. And he takes his bow in front of the City fans for this strike that had Besant helpless off the underside of the bar, and in it flashed. Chelsea are furious, and they want a linesman to be consulted. Well, this is what Chelsea were furious about. Brian Gale jumping with Kerry Dixon. The linesman flagged there for a free kick to Chelsea, but Ken Redfern, the referee, waved play on the game went, and Allen connected so sweetly.
An Allen special. Our apologies though, our cameraman wasn't quite as quick or accurate. He missed David White's early goal against Palace. Now City are 1-up.
Here's Bishop. Hinchcliffe. Morley. That's far too long from Hinchcliffe. They get picked up well by Bishop here. Oh, Allen's in some space. Suckling may have got a hand to that. McNabb. Nicely done. Very nicely done. White with a cross. Morley came in at the near post, and somehow Palace kept that out. Morley! Well, here comes City again. Trevor Morley, who got the second goal. White. Oh, and that'll come for Allen. Typical Clive Allen.
Well, it's a situation of real promise here as McMinn takes it. Mark right. Yes, this time. First one stayed out, second one slammed in. Wright's won it. Hebard, and Manchester City hang their heads when they should have been using them to get the ball away. Saunders, flicked well by Goddard, Hebert in full cry. Well, was he caught by the goalkeeper or was it Bishop? It doesn't really matter because it's a penalty either way. Dean Saunders. Oh, well, the power was awesome. Saunders has just kept it in. Brian Gale has kept pace with him, but he's pulled away at Dean Saunders. It's another penalty. And City in line for a hammering here. Saunders for his second, same side, not so hard, but he deceived the goalkeeper. Goddard, and where were the markers? Goddard takes full advantage of the space he was allowed. Manchester City aching to hear the final whistle. McMinn, but there are more problems caused by Gary Micklewhite. It is 6.
A series of defensive disasters at the baseball ground. City are in trouble. Only Charlton and Sheffield Wednesday are below them. The cause isn't helped by Trevor Morley, who began a 3-match suspension before that game at Derby. Now the defence is strengthened. Centre-half Colin Hendry signed from Blackburn for £700,000. And here's Hendry's debut. It's at home to Nottingham Forest.
A lot of responsibility on Colin Hendry's shoulders. Oh, Crosby's away from Hendry, who's trying his best to get back at him. Oh, is that a penalty? Hodges scored, but I think the referee's whistle's already gone. Penalty to Nottingham Forest. Clough then with a chance from the spot. And he scored. Nigel Clough. Chapman. Here's Hodge. Crosby again on the right side. Clough. Oh, I say, that is brilliant. Nigel Clough gets his second. A marvellous goal. Now with the kick, Hendry! Nearly atoning for the earlier error. Oh, what's going on here? And it could very well be that Andy Hinchcliffe has been sent off. So City down to 10 men with just a minute left as Forest come again. Chapman. Rice with space, setting his sights and scores.
And that's another poor result. It really is a miserable time for everybody at Maine Road. And the misery continues in the Littlewoods Cup. City knocked out by a Cyril Regis goal against Coventry City. The next match, it's at Charlton, and Charlton already fighting their seasonal battle to stay in the First Division.
Peake was first to it. Oh, and City caught rather in a line here. Paul Williams alive to that. Well stopped by Dibble, but Williams! Another slip. Another goal conceded by City. Good jump, Hendry. Nicely rounded off by Clive Allen.
It's a welcome point, but City are still down in the dumps, in 19th place, just one off the bottom. And now changes are made at the top. Mel Machin, manager since 1987, the man who took City up, is sacked. According to chairman Peter Swales, Machin's personality is the main problem. The fans never liked him. If you couple that with recent results, it's a hard thing to live with, says Swales. Reserve and youth team coach Tony Book, along with first team coach John Dean, are given temporary control of team affairs before a new manager is found. Their first game in charge ends with another defeat, 3-2 at Forest in the Zenith Cup. Well, really, what a time to face the league leaders Liverpool once again.
What a
great club servant Tony Book has been. A man of many parts down the years at Maine Road. Rush. Mulby against Seagraves. Mulby's got the strength. Dibble outside the area, but Ian Rush rolls it into an empty goal, and Liverpool have scored first. Rush, who got the winner the last time Liverpool were here in the league, almost 3 years ago. And that's a real blow to City. Mulby using power. Dibble was a little unlucky. It rolled straight to the alert Rush, and he did the rest. Dibble's kick dropping straight for Mulby. Rush, Beardsley, on it goes for Houghton. Whelan, well read by Bishop. He's got two to the left, one to the right. And through the middle is Lake. He's in on Grobbelaar, and he's put it wide. That looked the moment for Manchester City to get back into the game. But Manchester City, who could have been level through Paul Lake, but could easily have been a couple of goals adrift. There's still one down. White. Well, that's the advantage of playing him on the left, because he can cut in onto his stronger side and blaze away at goal as he did then. Grobbelaar dealt with it only with some difficulty. Beardsley suddenly realised he had room, and he's putting it to good effect. Peter Beardsley has done it this time. A superb solo goal, when he must have been wondering whether it was going to be one of those days when it wouldn't go in for him. So just as they did early in the first half, Liverpool have emphasised a grip on the game with a goal, and this is brilliant from Beardsley. McMahon. Whelan. McMahon onside, played on by Redmond in fact. Surely Liverpool will get another one this time. They have! With Dibble left bewildered by Steve McMahon's clever finish, but the goalkeeper was left totally exposed. City's defensive shortcomings to the fore again, caught out by a runner from midfield. And McMahon kept looking as though he was going to play the ball inside to Rush, but he wrong-footed Dibble. It's 3 for Liverpool. And now it's a penalty to Manchester City. Grobbelaar on Morley. Straight from the kickoff. Well, just when it looked all up for the home side, they could revive their hopes. Clive Allen has that responsibility. And scores. City could come again. Allen wrong-footing Grobbelaar. Brightwell got the Boughton and Tanner. That was deflected, and it's a corner. You have to admire the character of Manchester City at the end of a difficult week for the club. They keep coming forward. Glanced out by Marsh. Rush now. If McMahon can run half the length of the pitch here, Liverpool are in again. He settles for help. He's got it from Rush, and Dibble this time cannot keep him at bay. It all started with Rush for Liverpool here at Maine Road, and it may well have finished that way.
Plenty of courage, but in truth City outplayed. And there they are, bottom of the table. A lot of speculation, and finally City named the new man in charge. It's Howard Kendall coming back after 2.5 years in Spain with Athletic Bilbao. Peter Swales is delighted. He describes Kendall as the best manager in England. And Howard Kendall returns just in time to catch Manchester City's visit to the Dell. As he signs the autographs, Kendall knows he'll have to act quickly. Some of his surgery is bound to hurt.
Redmond got it back for City. Bishop. That's a good ball for Morley. Can Allen reach it? He does, and that will please the manager-elect. Case reacting to Southampton's need. 15 minutes left. Redmond chasing back, but Rodney Wallace is so slippery, and he serves Southampton splendidly then. Have City got the character now to see it through to get at least 1 point? Horn! Well, you can't legislate for shots like that.
And Kendall agrees. He isn't discouraged by that result. His intentions are clear. I would like to be as successful as I was with Everton. He brings in 2 players from those Everton days. Peter Reid replaces John Dean as player coach. Utility man Alan Harper, he comes in from Sheffield Wednesday. Both immediately involved in a vital home game against Norwich. And they make their debuts at Everton. It's on ITV Live, and Reid's back on familiar territory.
Makes Allen. Allen is free to the left. White is roaring into the middle. Oh, and Southall had difficulty with what was an attempted cross. Clive Allen actually made his Tottenham debut on this ground and got 2 goals in a 4-1 win. Interveld making a run outside Ebrel, trying to draw defenders away. Sheedy. Cotty, can he get to face the goal? Well, McCall will face the goal here, and Sharp can round it off. Oh, and it still won't go in for Sharp or for Sheedy. And Manchester City certainly rode their luck then. And that really was the best move that Everton have pieced together, and it should have brought them the opening goal. McDonald. Newell. Clipped in by McCall. Back to him from Sheedy. Still McCall, and that would have been an own goal. Although the linesman has his flag up on the far side, and the consternation, particularly there for Alan Harper, was in the end not necessary.
So City with another chance for a breakthrough. Oh, and it's gone in! Morley, I think, got a touch, but the referee has seen something he didn't like. Bit of pushing in there, perhaps, and it won't count. That's a good ball. Gunner's come. Oh, and lost that! And Megson has scored! Or has he? No, that one's been disallowed as well. Driven long. Allen, good touch. Oh, that's brilliantly done. Allen's in, the substitute. That will do. Clive Allen.
A late winner. Howard Kendall's in business. The revival is underway. 4 points for City since he took over, and City are off the bottom. But Kendall still isn't satisfied. He goes into the transfer market. There's a reported £2 million package deal with West Ham. In comes Mark Ward, while Ian Bishop and Trevor Morley make the return journey to Upton Park. It isn't particularly popular with the Maine Road crowd. Bishop is a firm favourite. Mark Ward makes his debut in a home match It's a vital one too, against fellow strugglers Millwall.
Reed. Spotted Allen, who makes some progress himself, and David White looked a little offside, but the goal is going to stand, to Millwall's annoyance. Lake. Mark Ward wants it rolled to the right, but Paul Lake goes his own way. White, still White. Well, it's turning out to be a very happy holiday period for Manchester City.
Happy holidays, but no such luck in an FA Cup marathon, also against Millwall. It ends with defeat for City in the second replay. Let's get back to the league. I'm afraid we can't bring you the New Year's Day fixture at Sheffield Wednesday. City lost it 2-0, an early kick-off caught out our cameraman. I reckon he was sleeping off a New Year's Eve hangover. More developments in the transfer market. Wayne Clark comes in from Leicester. David Oldfield, he goes to Filbert Street. Neil McNabb leaves for Tranmere Rovers. Gerald Taggart, another departure. He goes to Barnsley. Brian Gale, once the skipper, leaves to help Ipswich Town. Mick Heaton comes in. He worked very closely with Howard Kendall in the Goodison days. Back to the action. It's Spurs away, then Coventry City at home, then the big one, United at Old Trafford, and Wimbledon at Maine Road. Let's go to White Hart Lane first, and it's a City debut for striker Wayne Clark.
Now Thomas taking over, getting in a tangle, but full of tenacity, and Tottenham keep possession. And some space now for Chris Hughton. Howells with the goalkeeper coming off his line and not getting there. Hendry. Hendry again. And City have picked up a goal through this stormtrooper of a centre-half, Colin Hendry.
Hinchcliffe with the kick for Manchester City. Coventry City back in numbers. That's a good touch. Grizovic has come and missed that, and David White has scored for Manchester City. Hinchcliffe. Good play by Duxbury. Wallace for United just kept it in. Pallister under pressure here, Pallister, and that was dangerous, and he could be made to pay. Leighton saves, but wait, White couldn't get it in. Leighton's down injured, and Gary Pallister nearly made a disastrous error. 9 minutes gone, and Pallister simply didn't look when he played the ball back to Leighton. Manchester United are very lucky they didn't concede a goal. Under pressure admittedly, but the ball was never going to reach Leighton. When it fell loose, Leighton was brave to go in with Clark. The ball spun away, White tried to get it in, and that was a vital challenge by Donaghy. Megson with the corner kick. It's a good looking one as well, and a fine header. Just wide. What a good effort that was by Clark. Outstretched leg of Hughes. Hinchcliffe clears it only as far as Anderson though. Duxbury, suddenly a space opened up for him there, but it's a good looking ball, and it breaks suddenly for Beardsmore. Good effort. And City just break away from danger at one end. It was a good effort by Russell Beardsmore. He found himself in a little bit of space here and hit it first time. Martin, good football, completely fooled Ward and finds Hughes. And another good ball to McLeod. Wallace in space, a lot of players forward here, Manchester United. Blackmore, a lovely goal.
scored the FA Cup winner at Hereford a week ago, has given United the lead. Wallace playing the ball into the danger area, and Blackmore reacted quicker than anyone. Anderson, Ward is there again. The ball laid back for Brightwell to hit it. Oh, what a great goal by Brightwell! A tremendous goal from the youngster, who's only playing because Peter Reid is suspended. And now the City fans can celebrate. An absolute belter. Laid back to him, left foot all the way, like an arrow into the top corner. A beauty. 1-1. He hit that with total conviction. Oh, that's a great ball. Duxbury. Blackmore completely miskicked it and charged away. And suddenly, Ward looking dangerous on the left. And still Ward. Now White. Clark on the far post. Oh, if he'd only picked out Wayne Clark, City could have been in front.
Megson ran over it. Hinchcliffe with the kick. That's not a good punch. Oh, and it'll fall for Hendry, who punishes the keeper. Clark battling away for City. Here's Cork, the substitute, and he's in and might score. He has. Well taken. 1-1.
Wimbledon so impressive away from home, it means 2 more points dropped. City far too close to the relegation zone for comfort. Howard Kendall spends again. Another familiar ally. Adrian Heath, once of Everton, comes in from Villa for £300,000. There are matches against Charlton, and then a match at Forest that includes one of the big controversies of the season. First Charlton at home.
Humphrey. And again. And that's a good cross. Jones got up, and Charlton break through. Andy Jones the scorer. Harper's underneath that. Only as far as Mortimer. Oh, he's round Harper comfortably. This will be a great goal if he can finish it. He has. 2-0 Charlton. Terrific stuff. Brightwell. It's a good run. Oh, Heath has gone over, and White has scored. Good finish.
Now Pearce. Jemson. It isn't an easy pitch on which to be sure about the first touch on the ball, but Hendry's pretty confident here, and Heath is through the middle, and it's a chance for Adrian Heath, a good one too, and some rustiness showed. It was a great pass, and Heath had time to consider the consequences. Wilson. But Jemson's got free here. Harper backed off. Here's Parker. And it's Crosby coming round the back, and Dibble got it at the second attempt. Oh, and Crosby's pinched the... Oh, has he given the goal? He has! My word! Gary Crosby! And Dibble is livid. And Manchester City have surrounded the referee, Roger Gifford. This is what happened. Well, the ball was only resting on one hand. Was it in his grasp? The referee said no. And now they've gone across to the linesman, and Manchester City with Andy Dibble still livid, but Howard Kendall prepared to get involved as well, and he could get himself into serious trouble here. They can't believe it, Manchester City. Dibble had the ball resting on the palm of his right hand, but that Gary Crosby realised wasn't a full control of the ball. Oh, look at that. He's distraught.
What a sickener for City. They're back in real danger. What's Howard Kendall's view, though, of that Crosby controversy?
I could not believe it. And it's so disappointing. I mean, we had thousands of Manchester City fans down here today, and they've seen the lads go out there and play well and work hard. And to lose to something like that, I mean, it doesn't do the old heart any good, does it?
Howard Kendall desperately disappointed. City, though, must find new heart in the games coming up against Arsenal and then Luton Town on the plastic at Kenilworth Road. First, the champions.
Ward is able to find Lake. He made a nice little dart ahead of the ball initially to be able to get possession. Megson doing likewise. Oh, and David White! It's a splendid goal! That was Lake's pass. And Megson taking it first time, a delightful cross, and steered in by White. Redmond crossed it. Oh, and Brian Marwood swept it in. And Redmond wonders why he did that. Arsenal are level, and Manchester City have played a major part in the goal. 3 minutes into the second half, and Redmond thought he'd find his own goalkeeper here, but all he found was Brian Marwood, and that was real opportunism. 1-1. Well played, Michael Thomas. Hayes, no offside. Campbell, this is the best of the chances, and Campbell and Dibble, who had such trauma last week, is showing off his talent this week.
Dowie. This is good stuff. Black. Dowie's gone on. If they can find him, they have. That's a good header and a great stop by Dibble. A little bit of a mix-up there, and that'll be a penalty, surely. What has he done, Andy Dibble, the former Luton keeper? Wilson, who's anything but consistent from the spot, but he's drilled that in, and Luton are in front. Allen, and White is in, and that might be a penalty. It is. So Clive Allen from the spots, and City are back on terms.
That result means Luton move above City. Howard Kendall's team are in the relegation places. And so Howard Kendall spends once again. This time it's for Republic of Ireland international striker Niall Quinn. Quinn comes in from Arsenal for £700,000. Let's just check Howard Kendall's record. He's producing the points, 15 from 12 games in charge. And the City fans hope he's going to be successful. More league action coming up now. Chelsea, the second division champions, and then Villa really flying at the moment. But first, it's Niall Quinn's debut.
Well away from Arsenal now, it's a real opportunity for Niall Quinn to establish himself in the first division. Jury was given time to line it up, and it had too much power for Dibble. Reed, White away to the right. Manchester City filling the centre, here's Allen! Well, I'm sure it's in the City battle plan to get the ball in the air for Niall Quinn! Just like that! What a start!
City, of course, for their part, fearful of a drop to the second division after just one season in the first. Here's Clive Allen. Great break forward here, and Ward is almost in there. That was an invigorating break there by Mark Ward. Crashing in from the midfield, looking for the pass from Clive Allen, A great run by the little man. Once of West Ham, and just into the side netting, and a goal kick to Villa. Good run by Ward, though. Quinn, nice little touch on there. White, who's never lacking pace, is getting away from his man, David White. Ward's in a good position, and Spink did well to stop him. But Clive Allen is playing some excellent balls forward as well. This is Lake at the moment. Eriksen, Reed, a real old warhorse in the midfield. Here he goes again, but that time Cowan's got there before him. And Peter Reid's influence will be enormous on this Manchester City side through their troubles over these last few weeks. 33 years old now, on the coaching staff at Maine Road. And Hendry in trouble. And Cascarino getting away. Playing it towards Olney. Might come to Platt. Olney's waiting. What's Platt doing? Playing it to Cowans. 12 minutes gone, a vital breakthrough for Villa, and Gordon Cowans, the man who finishes it off after work by Cascarino and by Olney and by Platt.
Brian, I don't think I've ever in my life seen a better bit of skill than that. He's beat 2 or 3 men, he's gone around the goalkeeper twice, hasn't panicked, looked up and played it right into Cowans' path. Cowan still had plenty to do, but when he gets time and space, he's got a trusty shot. That was absolutely phenomenal football from Platt.
Quinn again winning it in the air. And Lake beating Ormondroyd. Here's White. Quinn, nice little touch and almost getting it back again. Whoa, a terrific shot by White. And it just was flicked away, was it, by Spink? Just got a touch to it. There's Platt. Here's Lake. Ward. Eriksen. Reed. Quinn, again getting a fraction away from his man. Good challenge by Platt. Ormondroyd. Too slow. Ward. Ormondroyd trying to get back again. Ward. Yes! Mark Ward has equalised for Manchester City. His first goal since he joined them from West Ham. And one really they deserved on their play so far. Stumbling through and a good, powerful left foot shot. 1-1. Ormondroyd getting into the challenge there, but it only spurred Ward on. It might have just flicked off the defender, but that goes definitely down to Mark Ward. Reed neatly outwitting David Platt. Here's Reed again, and to Gage. Played forward to Cascarino. Here's Daly. That fell nicely for him. And a good bit of goalkeeping too. Great run by Daly. A fine curling shot. And some superb handling by Andy Dibble. Ron?
Yeah, nice run, nice shot. Alan Harper invited him to go inside. They don't want Daly running on the outside of them and getting in behind them. Felt him possibly may have gone on a little bit, may have taken it closer.
16 games City have played since Howard Kendall arrived. They've won only 3 of them, but 9 have been drawn. Going off Nielsen, it's a City throw. Heath doing well, hurdling all those challenges, chipping it back there towards White. Well, it was as well for Villa that Stuart Gray got a touch on that. And it ricocheted over the crossbar. It was a lovely move by City. Some great work here by Adrian Heath. Pulled back a lovely little cross. And it came off Stuart Gray for the corner.
Yeah, it was only going in one place, wasn't it? That would have finished up in the back of the net.
Ward wanting someone to come close, wanted Paul Lake to come close. Wants him maybe for the little flick on. It's too high for that. Hendry, in fact, makes the flick on! Knocked by Allen against the crossbar. Oh, Villa breathe again, and City so unlucky. Deserving really of a second goal. That's how good their performance has been in this second half once more. Clive Allen with the header against the crossbar. It remains at 1-1. And instead of that, it's Villa now attacking at the other end with Tony Daly and Tony Cascarino. Daly once more. And in comes Reid. That looked a foul by Lake on Daly and a free kick. Gordon Cowans with it. Plenty of big men are up from the back. A whole clutch of them there, as you can see. Nielsen amongst them. Cascarino's height in there as well, and it's played in low. And Dibble eventually gets hold of it and loses it again. But the whistle had gone. And there was a foul on the keeper. It's a free kick. But a real alarm in that Manchester City penalty area. As Cowans teased in another free kick. Flicked up there off Harper. And all sorts of problems until the whistle went. Well, here's White. Stopped by Nielsen. Knocked forward, hopefully, towards Olney. City determined to get something out of this one in their battle against relegation. And here's David White. Onto the right foot against the post. Peter Reid. Oh, there's celebration on the bench. There's celebration on the terraces. There's celebration on the field as Manchester City go 2-1 ahead. David White shot cannoning off that post, and Peter Reid following in to make it 2-1 to Manchester City. Well, Mark Ward scored his first goal for Manchester City, and now we've had the first in his career for Manchester City by Peter Reid. Seconds of a really important afternoon, affecting both the top and the bottom. Peter Reid could well be the match winner. There goes the final whistle. A victory for Manchester City, and a result with two sides to it, because it's a shattering blow to Villa's championship hopes. Liverpool at the top on goal difference, now with 2 games in hand. At the other end, as I say, a wonderful result for Manchester City and their fans, for Peter Reid too, their first away win of the season. A fabulous performance by Manchester City, well deserving a victory against a below-par Aston Villa.
Great stuff from City. Those 3 points take them out of the relegation zone. And we're entering an absolutely crucial stage of the season now. Millwall away, Queen's Park Rangers away, Sheffield Wednesday at home, and another trip to Norwich. First, it's Millwall.
Clive Allen and Hurlock enjoyed the opportunity to get the ball back at Allen's expense, and here's Malcolm Allen now for Millwall. Hurlock, Briley's free to his right and Allen to his left. Carter in the middle, and Malcolm Allen is obstructed. Briley says it should be a penalty, but it's an indirect free kick. City have pulled everyone back. Carter and Dawes debate. Dawes takes it, and it's headed in at the back post by David Thompson. Millwall have a goal after 22 minutes, and they won't worry now that they didn't get a penalty. It was only a temporary let-off for Manchester City, and a terrific leap by Thompson. City start the second half, and they find a Millwall team here, cast in the role as underdog, as destined for the second division, but a goal up, but maybe not for long, because Quinn has poked it wide. Oh, and how City needed that to go in, just to give them the lift at the start of the second period. Harper. Ward taking over. Quinn, Hendry. Well, City must beginning to think now that whatever they do, it's not going to be their day. Colin Hendry now operating as a striker. First to it from Quinn's header. It's another long ball from Reid. He's got two to aim for now, and Hendry's no stranger to playing up front. Ward. Well, they've let him go a long way, and Mark Ward has taken full advantage of it. And Manchester City will feel that they totally deserve that equaliser. Hit with some venom by Mark Ward. A goal at Villa Park in the previous game, and a very precious one here for Manchester City at Millwall. And Millwall paying the price for not getting a tackle in, and for letting him shoot. It was a perfect shot.
Quinn jumping. Well, that's not too clever. And Allen has scored. The master poacher, Clive Allen, and City are in front. Mason robbing Ray Wilkins. And here comes Lake. Mason again. Allen on the far side, and City getting forward here to some effect. Ward driving one in. Good stop, but Quinn, oh, a marvellous double save. Oh, what a let-off for Rangers. Parker has come short. Oh, they've left Wegerle, and that's 1-1. They're all asking each other questions. White skipping past Sansom. And Quinn, another great stop. Allen, side netting. Exon's kick. And Hendry, and City are back in front. He's delighted. Parker. That'll be a free kick to Rangers. And Megson and Parker having a go at each other after the whistle. The whistle had already gone, in fact, when these two started. It was the foot that went up there that Parker objected to. Most unlike the England defender. Megson stayed down. Well, he's off. And it could be that Paul Parker follows him. Quinn, Ward wants that. We've already seen him shoot from this sort of distance, and he scored this time. Well, that's a crucial win for Manchester City, and the trip south worthwhile now. A brave, battling performance, and Howard Kendall salutes his team.
Harper. Now Ward out on the left. Reid. Involving Ward again. This is Quinn! Steered it into the top corner with some style. Hurst. McCall. Francis. Manchester City wanted an offside. It's not been given. Francis makes progress. And a goal scored by David Hurst. Manchester City showing some of the defensive frailties that they thought they'd forgotten about from earlier in the season, and they needed Dibble then to come out purposefully and stop Hurst getting a second. And that sense of purpose transferred now with the ball to White. It's a storming run. Heath, and it's found its way into the back of the net. I think of Peter Shirtliff. But City don't mind how the ball got there.
Crook. It's a lively start this by Norwich. Reed. Here's Ward. Allen's away on the far side. That's a good ball, and Heath is storming through the middle. Adrian Heath with a chance to ease the pressure. After only 4 minutes, City are in front. It's a perfect start. Crook wants it square. Oh, that's well struck and very well saved by Andy Dibble.
Super save and a super sequence. It means City are nearly safe. They know it's still very dangerous. Any one of those sides could go down with Millwall. And now the run-in. Everton, Derby County and Cup finalist Crystal Palace. First Everton, and a very special occasion for Howard Kendall.
Well, certainly Howard Kendall, a subject of major attention today, with City looking for a victory against his old club, which would give the manager some inner satisfaction, I'm sure. Positive work from White. McDonald has let the ball run behind him, and here's Quinn. Everton curse an individual mistake. Quinn celebrates the sort of goal that he's been really brought here to collect. It was Adrian Heath who clipped it up, and when the ball's in the air, Quinn knows what to do with it. Whiteside. That's Sheedy, and that's a stroke of luck for Manchester City. 15 minutes left. And Derby wanting to take full advantage of this. And Wright has done just that. What a week he's had. Mark Wright, recalled by England after almost 2 years out of the side to play against Czechoslovakia. And this could be a winner here at Maine Road. There's a great festival atmosphere here at Selhurst Park as Bright heads down, and the Crystal Palace supporters already have a goal to cheer. Alan Pardew. We've had just 3 minutes. It's left for Gray. Oh, what a shot! What a goal, Andy Gray. He runs to the bench to get the applause. Quinn, with that handball by O'Reilly, it was. Penalty for Manchester City. Here goes Allen against the club he served 9 years ago. Clive Allen comes on as a substitute and immediately pulls it back to 2-1. Redmond. Thompson caught Steve Redmond after the ball had gone, and Gary Thompson already booked. He's going to go off here. Thompson sent off. Quinn, well, did he take it on his arm? The goal stands, City are level, and Crystal Palace aren't happy about it. 2-2, 2 minutes left.
A draw in the last match. It means City finish 14th. A fine achievement by Howard Kendall and his squad when you consider all those early season problems. Looking at the goal scorers list, there's a tie at the top between Clive Allen and David White. 11 league and cup goals apiece. Great contribution from the newcomers as well. Niall Quinn, Colin Hendry and Mark Ward all having a significant impact. A tough season, City stay up comfortably in the end. They had some smashing moments to savour.
Allen. Clive Allen! That is the measure of the man. But Ward is able to find Lake. He made a nice little dart ahead of the ball initially to be able to get possession. Megson doing likewise. Oh, and David White! It's a splendid goal. Ward. Well, they've let him go a long way, and Mark Ward has taken full advantage of it.
Anderson, Ward is there again. The ball laid back for Brightwell to hit it. Oh, what a great goal by Brightwell!